YouTube and Instagram as we connect with Sister Saydoon Nisa. She is on our spotlight, a human rights Interfaith activist, executive member of the KZN Palestine Solidarity Forum, founder member of the African Union Interfaith Dialogue Forum, and the South African coordinator of Global Network of Religions for Children. So we're very happy to welcome Sister Saydoon Nisa to Urban Women once again. Assalamu alaikum. Happy to have you back.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me here. And I think the purpose of my being here is
beautiful.
The key.
Now, for all of you that are fortunate enough to join us live on our Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, what Sister Saydoon Nisa is holding up a key. Now, the last time, just a little bit of background for the benefit of our listeners, right? I want to fill them in here. The last time we had an interview with Sister Saydoon Nisa, she took this key out and she just shared what she was gifted. So we were fortunate, those of us that were in the studio with her, to actually see the key physically, to touch it, to hold it, and she's going to tell us what that key is. And I told her, don't share any information. I want to interview you about this key. So tell us about this key, Sister Saydoon Nisa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We all know the significance of a key. So this key in particular is a Palestinian key. And this key is widely used after the Nakba in 1948. Many people whose houses were demolished, they held on to the key. And this key has significance. It is very symbolic. It has a rich history. And for a South African who's been part of oppression, apartheid, and the two countries, Palestine and South Africa, can be linked to our history. I, on the 9th of October, received this key from a colleague, a friend from Gaza. And it has a lot of emotions. Everyone that's holding on to a key is holding on to hope, is holding on that one day, inshallah, with the will of Almighty Allah, that we will return to Palestine.
Ameen.
And so this is, many of those that are holding the key have only memory. They've lost their ancestral home, their families, right from 1948. And we all are talking about what has happened then and what continues to happen until today. And so this key holds that return hope. We place our hands on our heart and say, inshallah, the Palestinians will return, but with them, we will go to build up Palestine. And many of you know that I have, alhamdulillah, a rich resource-based person, as well as a rich background. I come from farming stock. I'm an educator by profession, and I also have engineering background. So with all these background that we have, we can be light and hope for the people of Palestine. The key is so tangible. I'm holding it and I feel it. And I am a foreigner, an outsider. Imagine a Palestinian holding a key. This key is heavy. This key is like one of those original keys. And it is their heritage, it's their family history, and their culture. So we know that once somebody is displaced and they are refugees, and many of the refugees are even today grandparents. And recently I met a refugee from Lebanon whose parents were refugees, Palestinian refugees living in Beirut. And so, you know, we feel it. We feel it that these people are displaced generations upon generation. They continue to hold on the key, hold on to hope, and so on. But from our engagement as old guard in the struggle, we have seen resilience, we have seen smooth steadfastness. And when you see globally all of us standing on the street every Friday as often as we can, is because we want to try and imitate that smooth. We don't have it. We never lived it. We haven't, you know, our oppression in South Africa cannot in any way be compared to the oppression, exploitation, and the genocide in Gaza, Palestine, and the West Bank. So this is resilience, this is resistance, and we've just commemorated 1 year of resistance. This key is also aspiration and hope. You know, we all hope there's a future. And inshallah, with hundreds and thousands of people all over the world, we will make this happen for the people of Palestine.
Inshallah.
So this key is preserving their heritage. It's a display in their homes and museum. And on the 15th of May, when we did a motorcade in Durban, we had a symbolic key cut out of cardboard, and each car was given a key to drive around Durban. And when we reached our destination, each one took the key, which was hanging on the car. We took the key out and we hanged it on a significant board to say that there's meaning to having this key. Also, like this key was given to me, we don't know the future of the people in Gaza, the people who have a history of being in the place for decades. But now I have a key all the way on the southern tip of Africa, South Africa, and that means that this key will journey to Palestine soon. And we really mean 1 year is too long from the time of 7th October until now. So when we look at a key, and it, beside the significance it has for the people of Palestine, you know, and many of us know, that keys are a symbol and in reality open up a door. And what's behind the door is, if it's your own room door, you will know what is there. But for instance, this key has been given to me, and it's literally not going to open up any door, because there's no door there to open up. The whole of Gaza is flattened, but this key is going to look at hope, it's going to look at caring, sharing, nurturing, educating, psychologically impacting on the people in Gaza. And that means giving them hope, and also playing with them in ways that they can begin to live positively. Because all of us have some history of hurt. And I'm a survivor of a bomb scare in my country. And I was fortunate that I went to, I got help, and I am much calmer, and I have done a whole lot of things to address that scare. But now we need to take these people who are living with scars, psychological scars, physical scars, that we need to play with them. And that's where my global network on religions for children come. it doesn't mean only children need to play. Many of the people in Palestine have lost their childhood. They don't know what it means to be a child.
Indeed,
and I think
absolutely.
every day we are seeing this, that the children are beginning to fend for themselves, get water, stand in queues for food. And we know as rights activists that we won't allow our children to do any kind of child labor.
Absolutely.
And this is so...
Unfortunately, due to time, we're going to have to wrap up there. So important information you've shared with us, such important what can I say? You've highlighted such important aspects within us as an activist as well. And I have to just say, Jazakallah khair for sharing about this key to Palestine and what it actually symbolizes, what it means. It's all about, as you said, resilience, resistance, also about hope. And inshallah, may Allah Azza wa Jal accept everybody's efforts, especially your sister Saydoon Nisa. And may Palestine be free. I mean, I think everybody in their own little way is making the effort. And by us continuously speaking about it and having these interviews and sharing that awareness just keeps that whole, the whole Palestinian genocide alive, to know that they are not forgotten, and in any way that we can assist, inshallah, we must continue to do so. Our du'as are with them until we connect again with you, Sister Sayyidah Nisa. It's been a pleasure. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
SubhanAllah, she shared with